Allez, c'est parti. Un gros cigare, mais je fume pas non plus. Le gazier. Que se passe-t-il? Le gazier. The Gasman. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Mon Dieu. Que se passe-t-il? Coup de tournevis. Alors.
Okay, everyone, keep it down.
Oh yeah.
Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like
So-
walking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want to
Yes,
fucking
sir.
rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
I say we bust
Grosse
in
ambiance.
and find the goddamn evidence.
Salut Pierre. Et salut à Maokami.
Did you see his lovely wife and children in the paper? What a rat.
That bum took a swipe at me.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va voir comme bagnole de merde? Cette bagnole là? Pourquoi pas? C'est moi qui conduis. Bordel. Fais chier. Alors. C'est parti. Alors. On va aller par là.
How long have you been working?
Je regarde juste la map où on est. On est au commissariat là. Putain mais... Chier avec les lieux de délit à 3 km. Hein. J'ai bien envie d'y aller, c'est ça le problème. Pas du tout ma route, mais... Bon... C'est pas grave.
Arson. We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? I'll look somewhere else.
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners. I see now.
C'est celui que j'avais vu, ouais. C'est réellement loin.
Walking into the station, chest puffed out, little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
Salut MSX. Ah bah oui, ça a brûlé, connasse. Madame.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in her face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home with us.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is now that pile of rubble
Where are they sleeping?
in the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house, in the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Salut Captain Clem, salut Amnésie. Alors...
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Merci pour le follow, Nolantin ou Nolanti d'ailleurs? J'avais déjà posé la question sur la Powerplay, mais j'ai pas eu de réponse.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Go on, Steph.
Salut Wolf Squadron.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
GI houses?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
En fait, ça sert à quoi les booster packs que t'achètes avec des gemmes sur Steam? Salut Alex Primo.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
He's the dirty cop from the newspapers. Remember the dead lady they found under the train? Solved the case. Looked on Molfried for the murder.
Moi j'ai juste fait une fois, j'ai vendu des cartes et acheté des cartes pour avoir des points d'expérience et avoir un truc Isaac, honnêtement.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. Do you have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks, man.
Salut L6. Alors, on va y aller. Hein. Alors. On va recouper les informations. Raté le début de l'enquête.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Oh merde! Tiens, dégage! Il est où le code 3? Encore à 3 km? Eh ben, va te faire foutre.
Think of the siren as lubricant, the great machine that is this city.
Ils sont vraiment en train de construire méchamment. Hein. Merde, c'est clair. Prends l'inspiration.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Hey, another one.
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Mal,
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater.
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Tom Sawyer, oh merde.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Alors le chauffe-eau il est où?
It'll take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Mais d'accord. Aucun intérêt. C'est où le chauffe-eau? Bordel. Et où serait notre chauffe-eau? Bizarre. Je vois pas. Allez là.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor. Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fight.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Oh, c'est pas possible. Chaque fois.
Stop! LAPD! We got an ID on your file. Stop right there!
There he is! See him?
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Voilà, ça se passe bien, hein. Alors, oui, vieux. On va aller à l'agence de voyage Gulliver.
Well, guess the boys will have to go back to Penny Ante. KTI is a member of the American Century Broadcasting Network.
Oh, c'est loin encore, c'est chiant. Ouais. Allez. L'agence de voyage Gulliver. Oh merde. Bonjour.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen? We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Alors. Comment il s'appelait déjà? Il y a les Sawyer.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
C'était les Gallagher ou les Stephens? Non. Comment il s'appelait déjà? Comment ils s'appelaient les autres? Ils étaient deux. Oh, je sais plus leur nom. C'était les Boyle? Non, pas les Boyle. C'était les Adorno? Non. Il s'appelait. Non mais. Merde. J'aurais retenu leur nom, ça aurait été plus simple quand même. Bah je peux pas regarder mon carnet, c'est ça qui est chiant.
Here they are. Stephens.
Putain, bah, c'était Stephens.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA. So they are not a government agency? I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions. I'm told the tickets were a prize. Yes, they were. You do a lot of these prizes. Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat. While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky? Christ. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family? Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for your help. No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family. You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now. I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you? Good man, Cunningham. You're all right. Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Allons au fond de rénovation. Bim, allez! Pas de problème.
Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Mais bien sûr que...
Must think alike.
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
C'est où? C'est trop loin. Putain les gars,
What are you doing?
je casse des voitures. Oh, je suis pas loin.
At least we'll know where we've been if we try to retrace our steps.
Ah, les points jaunes, c'est les différents endroits de la mission où on est déjà allé, ou tout ça.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Bah, c'était rapide. Au moins on a l'adresse.
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Ah bah non, on n'a pas l'adresse. Bon, bah tant pis. On va à la caserne des Bombiers.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut. You'll learn something about fires.
Ah, les trajets en bagnole, ils servent tellement à se faire chier, quoi. Tu te débarrasserais des moments en bagnole juste pour faire des transitions, genre d'un lieu à un autre. D'une part, le jeu serait plus court, tu perdrais pas grand chose. C'est plus rythmé. Ouais, bagnole. Il se fait chier en bagnole. Ah, dégage.
KTI is a member of the American Century Broadcasting Network.
We came as soon as we could. What the hell?
What the hell? Comment ça?
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Mais j'ai déjà vu. Ah non. Peut-être pas le même.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Attends, qu'est-ce qu'il m'a dit? J'ai pas suivi ce qu'il m'a dit, c'est emmerdant.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Oui, on est d'accord.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
C'est une excellente. Pourquoi j'ai pas de chapeau là?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that would fight for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Tiens, dégage!
No!
Salut Juju! Putain, il y en a marre de la bagnole.
Damn!
Ah, une steak. C'est Xemnas.
I'm not as dumb as you look.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Wrinkled was not one of the
That's
things
the
I
one.
wanted to be when I grew
About a
up.
week ago, this guy murdered his wife and dumped her. That's the cop who put him away.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
My acting coach says I have real talent.
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory.
My sister's always been lucky when it came to her weight.
Manager. Cantine, toilette, Stephen list. Ah bah le voilà.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
How many guys would know how to make that change?
All you need is a screwdriver and a wrench. Anybody could pull it apart and put it back.
Yeah.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You're pas sûr de lui.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
You want the 5-star goddamn wedding.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Téléphone.
Hey, don't mind me.
Ouais, moi c'est pareil.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Who's he hiding?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
Parler, non?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Hello?
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Wish I could afford that.
Alors après, l'opératrice, elle est super forte.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
My sister's always been lucky when it came to her weight.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Sûrement, ouais. Je vais avoir la stopwatch, donc oui.
If you're a producer, then I'm Lana Turner.
Et lui aussi. Il y en a beaucoup.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
C'est le même en même temps. Putain. Merde. Merde! Pourquoi j'ai ouvert? Allez.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
This isn't what we're looking for.
Mais je suis sûr que c'est Varley. C'est un mec bien, il paraît.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Barley has a problem with bugs.
My sister's always been lucky when
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
On va aller voir Varley. Je l'aime pas lui.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Voilà. On va discuter un peu et...
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. No, I never fired my gun.
Le mec il a jamais tiré sur personne, moi j'ai tué déjà 100 mecs. Pas de problème.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Yeah. Et saute, connard. Wow. Pousse-toi. On va prendre la bagnole. Fallait pas le tuer. Mais putain, mais... Ah, il a retrouvé son chapeau, tu vois.
Come on, Varley. Can't keep running forever.
Stop or I will shoot! Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Pas vérifier. Parce que si c'est pas le bon, j'ai l'air d'un con. Ouais, on peut faire ça, on peut les arrêter sans les tuer. On va aller voir les Clemens. Pas le bon, tu penses? Je sais pas.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh ta mère!
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
He's an installer with a criminal record.
Sounds like a bad hombre.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mudshark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the Rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Oh, lui, il ment.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
Oui, merde.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps.
Salut, Joanne Brésil. Bon. Ouais, on va rouler dans une super bagnole décapotable, ça va être génial. Pourrait être Ryan. Je sais pas. C'est pas la meilleure bagnole de l'univers.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson Squad.
Oh, il va se barrer.
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said, son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards and scratching through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in.
C'est bien.
I'll go for the tire. That ought to slow the son of a bitch down. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. Now it's not the time to play around. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
He's got an arson-related assault charge.
Il y avait un arbre.
This man has got to be stopped.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
Tiens!
Oh, Jesus!
Show me your hands. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Ah, j'ai 2 suspects pour... Oh merde, j'ai 2 suspects. Ah ça c'est chiant.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Ah merde. Ça va être la merde. Ça va être la merde. Les interrogatoires, vous le savez, c'est pas mon fort.
KGPL to any central unit. Meet the officer. A hit-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle it to identify.
C'est où? C'est trop loin. C'est beaucoup trop loin. Oh, let that pistol down. On s'ambiance avec de la musique de merde. Eh bien, plus Wall Squadron. Alors, là ça va être la merde, faut faire des interrogatoires.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
En fait, on a été mis en... On a été mis à pied, mais on a été rétrogradé dans les trucs des incendies. Parce que voilà.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Barley.
I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Barley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Oh, c'est Ryan, merde.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think you played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Give me something, Barley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this on one of the other guys, but I'd just be making something up.
Merde. Ah, je sais pas.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Allez voir Ryan.
Vice boys get any on the side? Sir? Are you a spy?
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
Oh, merde.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Huh?
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Ah. Hein? Pourquoi je peux pas l'utiliser? Tu te fous de ma gueule? Bon bah doute alors.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Heavens to Betsy! Isn't that the cop that caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
I want to make comments. You know you made it.
Y'avait pas un autre?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Il y en a que deux? Je croyais qu'il y en avait un troisième.
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
That's him. That's the best we can do for policemen in this city.
Three blondes walk into a bar.
Moi je pense que c'est lui.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy?
Eh merde.
I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Je me suis trompé. Mais j'ai pas trouvé de troisième, ça me saoule. Du coup, je sais même pas qui c'était. Ça me saoule. Oh, j'en sais rien. C'est pas grave. On s'est planté. Ça arrive. Non, ça change pas la suite de l'histoire.
Behind first and second. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders, Sergeant. There's barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Bon, ça sert à rien, mon 10.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Coroner says it's going to take at least a week to get an ID.
There he is, cop in the papers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Did you read about the 12-state case in the papers? That's a detective who solved it. Those poor kids, we lose everything.
Eh bah, faites faire.
I was kind of attached to the paint job, Cole.
Ouais, bah, ferme ta gueule.
You hear about Rancho? What's coming here?
Are we having a conversation, Biz?
Okay, fuck it. Forget it.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development is a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any available unit, meet the officer.
Shit,
Development just occurred.
The arson desk is trying to get that
Street.
stuff.
Unit handle code 2 identified.
We're still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Oh mais merde! Sérieux, c'est pénible la bagnole. Mais peu importe la bagnole. Le trajet en bagnole, c'est en trop. On se fait chier.
Let them know we're coming, Phelps. Put on the siren.
Do I tell you how to drive?
Allez, mais barre-toi. Ah bah je pétais la bagnole, je crois.
Here's what I heard. That cop caught the guy that did all you could cover it up. Some kind of conspiracy.
Ouais, on va piquer quelle bagnole? Celle-là ou celle-là? Oh, ouais. On va rouler les cheveux au vent. Une Buick de merde. Ah ouais, tu pars sans tes collègues, rien à foutre. Oh, mais j'ai pas envie de me faire chier à aller choper une autre bagnole. Clairement. Ah. Le légiste.
You guys gotta see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Ouais, ça.
Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are you doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
C'est sympa, hein.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
It doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He's trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Diggs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys, on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
I want to see.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
I want to see.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Je trouve qu'il a coupé court vite à la discussion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Salut, Walutin.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Putain, 3 sur 3, incroyable. Je m'améliore.
Well, all these cops. It's gotta be something big, right?
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
I want to see. Excuse me, officer. I want to see.
Looks like the same model. This is the flash point. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven. Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Ah, le docteur qui est à peu près au centre de tout. C'est dingue. J'en ai trouvé 8 sur 13. Pas si mal. On va voir s'il n'y a rien dans la baraque, ça m'étonnerait. Mais bon.
Not sure this means much.
Non, non plus. Faire repasser, super. Non, il n'y a plus grand chose, je pense. Je pense que j'ai fait le tour. Oh, la remise, on peut pas y aller, il y aura une poignée. Bon, voilà. C'était super. Il y a un point là. Là, c'est le voisin. On va parler à l'autre pont. Hein. Je pense avoir fait le tour. Je suis pas sûr.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Oui, d'accord. j'ai pas fini. J'ai dû rater quelque chose.
Never the same, are they?
About $5, please.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Oh, un poste... un téléphone. Quelle chance.
I want to see. Excuse me, officer, I want to see.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
This is no battle of wits between you and me.
Guilty has warned us off over a week.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Allez, YOLO! Oh, a l'air malin. Rien à foutre. Les gens, ils nous feront pas chier. On est les pompiers. Bordel. On avance à rien, mais on est les pompiers. Laissez passer, c'est les pompiers. Elle est... Putain, il a chié le camion. Il est tellement à chier le camion de pompier. Putain, merde, on peut même recevoir les appels de police dans le camion de pompiers, merde. Oh la blague. En même temps, on fait partie de la brigade des incendies. Oh, quelle merde cette bagnole, on va changer. On va se garer. Oh ta gueule. Alors, on va prendre celle-là, tiens. Hop. Ah, Lincoln Continental coupé. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Ouais, pas mal. Oh, elle est nulle en fait. Une bagnole par là. Une bagnole un peu mieux. Frappé. Tiens, ça méritera de voir le feu rouge. Eh bah putain. Elles sont bien les bagnoles, hein.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America, dickhead.
Sir. Now step back or I'll lock you up for a fray.
Son of a bitch.
Ah, de la baston.
Come on, there. I'm gonna black it. That's done it. We're gonna have to pacify these. Come on, there.
Oh, toi tu sais pas te battre. Tiens, un coup de boule. Bim. Ah, je t'allonge. Tiens. Tiens, deuxième coup de boule. Faites pas les malins.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
peux aller dans la bagnole, dans la maison? Ah oui, d'accord, ça a quand même cramé sur beaucoup. What the fuck? Ah ouais, ça a cramé méchamment quand même, hein.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Ah ouais, quand même. Ça tient bien, hein.
If we're paying a visit to Alicia and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Ah, ça veut dire qu'il faut aller à Elysian machin. On va prendre quoi comme bagnole? Oh, une bagnole au pif. Celle-là que je suis arrivé. Eh ben, on va aller à Elysian Fields. Ça a vraiment bien cramé. Hein. Pas de route, pas de problème. Oh merde. Y'a quoi ici? Une bagnole. Toujours les mêmes bagnoles, c'est chiant. Fait que passer. Laisser la police faire son travail. Dès qu'ils nous ont de plus en plus d'informations. C'est sûr que allez, vas-y, t'as raison, tourne bien comme un connard. Voilà. Elysian Fields. Alors. Bonjour, je dois parler au patron.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Ah, bah voilà. Connasse.
Like
Ah,
a cigar.
pas mal le bureau. Hein.
Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Alors là,
What's your connection to the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
It's an organization of civic-minded individuals whose goal is to make the city a better place for its inhabitants. Something I was proud to be asked to join.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Two families are
oh j'en sais rien, bordel.
liability. We're looking at conspiracy to commit murder.
Do you know who you're talking to, son? You want to use incendiary language like that with me? I suggest you should leave immediately.
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Je suis incapable de savoir. Qu'est-ce que ça donne, ça demande à la communauté? Doute, 89%. Ah ouais, quand même.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Ah, il ment là. Attends, qu'est-ce que j'ai dans mon carnet?
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, suppose it could be any of them. I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Dudley Foreman, Leland Monroe.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Je regarde un peu les autres aussi. Oh, c'est au pif. Hein. Chapman? On a entendu où Chapman? Je me rappelle même pas. On a entendu parler où de ce Chapman?
Your boss is a fine man.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Hello.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Oh, c'est le mec avec les cigarettes et les lumières.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. Damn. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here.
I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Earl. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that. Siren might make this easier.
KTI Radio, a service of the American Century Broadcasting System. Some swell article right here by Miss Evelyn Knight.
You like to leave your mark, don't you?
You're really starting to annoy me.
Sérieusement, faudra m'expliquer pourquoi c'est si loin. On roule pendant 3 plombs, pourquoi? Pour rien. On est d'accord. À part pour se faire chier. Ah, quelle connerie quand même.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Bientôt la fin de ce jeu, je sais pas.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence. Advise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then put things on her car?
gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Bien sûr.
Cops.
Sinon, on pourrait pas courir. Ah bah non.
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Il est dans le tramway.
I'll
Salaud.
roll this in, get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. The suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to animal code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't move him.
C'est branle-là. Bande de cons.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the trap, we'll be there to grab him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Deuxième affaire terminée. Alors, je fais un travail comment? Moyen. Exemplaire. Mais ouais, c'est nul. Non, c'est bien, on a fait un travail exemplaire. La maison en allumette. Ah, Jack Kelso.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Tiens, on va faire Kelso du coup. Intéressant.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
Pierre.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Alors.
There's got to be more in these files.
Olive oil comes from olive. What is baby oil from? The heck?
Mm-hmm. There's something else in that report. I know it.
Ah.
Olive oil comes from olives.
Ah.
The heck?
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
Alors Imaro qui me demande, c'est quel a été le jeu que tu as le plus apprécié pour l'instant et celui que tu as détesté le plus? Tu veux dire dans la liste de jeux que j'ai fait?
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
Alors le jeu que j'ai aimé le plus dans la liste, c'était lequel? J'ai pas ma liste en tête. 2 secondes. Je regarde. Alors, j'ai... Ah, beaucoup de jeux que j'ai bien aimés. J'ai beaucoup aimé Dust and Elysian Tale et Ori and the Blind Forest. Vraiment. J'ai assez peu aimé finalement... Je sais pas. SMB, c'est difficile à dire. Olgar, bof. Dishonored, bof aussi. BioShock, ça allait. Non, c'est difficile. C'est difficile à répondre. J'ai détesté Super Meat Boy à certains moments.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
And how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
Tu as déjà fait Alien? Non.
So the roof collapsed, accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
C'est pour le follow Amadeo.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, not the phone number.
Ah ouais.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll lock you up.
Alors, comment dire? Que je regarde un peu. Si, je les ai pris les jeux L6. Je les ai pas mis dans ma liste de jeux, mais je les ai pris les jeux. J'ai pris le premier pack et puis j'ai pris le deuxième pack aussi de jeux. Donc j'ai récupéré Streets of Rage 2, trucs comme ça. C'est vrai qu'il y a des jeux que j'ai pas mis dans ma liste du coup. Attends que je regarde, il y a quoi comme jeu? J'ai Binary Domain, qui a priori était dans les jeux comme ça. Condemned de Criminal Origins, je crois qu'il était aussi dans le truc. LA, Jet Set Radio, et puis les deux jeux Sega classiques là. Streets of Rage et Golden Axe. Il y en a peut-être aujourd'hui d'ailleurs des nouveaux jeux, faudrait que je regarde. Il me semble que c'était aujourd'hui qu'il y avait encore un pack de jeux à récupérer. Si je dis pas de bêtises. Salut Junkyard. Faudrait que je regarde. Attends, 2 secondes. Hmm. Make War Not Love. Ah oui, effectivement, il y a un nouveau truc. Troisième pack en cours. Et quatrième pack en cours. Ah non, ça c'est To Commander for 2. Ah, c'est Dawn of War 2 qui a gagné a priori. Il y a le troisième pack. Make War Not Love 3. Ah non, j'ai déjà rejoint, bordel. Ah, Gunstar Heroes, Renegade Ops et Viking Battle for Asgard. Ça se trouve c'est juste de la merde, mais... Ah, Redeem Prize. Allô, Redeem Prize? Ça marche pas? Mhm. Allô? Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Normalement, je devrais pouvoir récupérer ça, monsieur. J'ai récupéré le deuxième pack comme ça. C'est où? Ouais, je sais pas. Je regarderai plus tard. C'est pas grave. C'est pas grave, je regarderai plus tard, mais il y a encore 3 jeux à récupérer. Hop. Alors, du coup, on est Jack Kelso. Super.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from?
You coming? I'm going to the lake to rest. He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not
On
with
va
him
pas
for the
l'attendre si c'est trop long.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lickman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lickman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Be indecisive. Now?
Your car, Mr. Kelso. Thanks, kid.
Et eux, pour aller directement à votre destination. Ah bon? C'est nouveau ça? Ça m'arrange. Ça m'arrange à mort. Alors où c'est qu'on voit les packs de jeux? Moi je sais pas. Tu vas sur D-Labs. D-Labs. Je sais pas quoi. Et tu vas dans les jeux gratuits. Il y en a plein. Enfin, il y en a plein. C'est là-dedans que j'ai trouvé. Dlabs.com. Voilà. Non, t'es sérieux, ça a toujours été dispo le maintenir? Mais ils viennent de me le dire pour cette fois-là seulement.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Ah bah y a pas de problème avec Windows Live là vu que je pris sur Steam. Honnêtement les délits on s'en fout un peu. Hein.
Bulldozing and starting again.
You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
This guy must have escaped from the Looney Bin.
You're a real asshole, you know that?
Take another step this way, there's going to be trouble.
Easy!
What was that?
Let's try to piece this together.
Ah, super, un puzzle. Ouais.
That's not right.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. That's why I gotta take time to save her current.
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Là, tu vas essayer de lui écraser la gueule. Oh, super. J'aurais dû lui tirer dessus quand même. Merde. Ah, t'as raison, faut lui tirer dessus. Ouais. Tu te fous de ma gueule. s'en fout complètement. Hein? Oh, c'est chiant. Oh, on va la faire la truc d'action. Ah, c'est sûr que là, pour pas être suspect, mal barré. C'est pas un flic, hein, Kelso.
You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots.
Has that just been
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
You look at this clown.
Ouais, il avait juste dû dégager parce qu'il voulait pas qu'on se mêle de ses affaires, c'est tout. Hein. Hein? Ah non, je vais me barrer, moi. Je peux pas? Tu te fous de ma gueule? Ah, quand même. Ah, on va moins se faire chier quand même.
I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Easy. Allez, un cheval, au cheval. Oh, le cheval, c'est vraiment génial.
So this is where their lumber comes from?
C'est pas terrible quand même. Et les briques. C'est aussi des briques de merde qui viennent de là.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
The real should be nearby.
Mhm. Ça te plaît pas ça? Pas regarder le film.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times. Doctor. District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor. Very true.
But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a trade union station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money. There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Poor Curtis.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on? It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
Je peux pas regarder
In a
le...
great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic
Je peux
leaders
pas
and
regarder le
businessmen
journal.
joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the suburban redevelopment. Doctor, this is
Ah, salut Sky Willy. Alors, un téléphone, il y en a un là, évidemment. Allô?
Operator, Los Angeles Police Dispatch, if it's not too much trouble.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Lou Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thanks, ma'am.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
A turkey salad sandwich was great. Broadhead stock. Juvenile delinquency is an ever-growing problem.
C'est les trollers.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
C'est un truc. C'est que cette musique. Musique du stress.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up. Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
All right, let's dance.
Putain, il me saoule. Oh!
I'm about to break the goddamn jaw.
Yeah! Je me fais défoncer. Comme un naze.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Merde. C'est quel rôle?
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe? Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Merci pour le follow, top là. Ah, c'est l'heure d'Isaac, calmez-vous. Pas à la pièce. Gunfight. Yeah.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
Putain, le crétin.
Monroe owns the city, owns the cops. I need to find out something. What's your problem? Got a job to do. Please, damn it! Can't you see what's happening?
Le trottoir, c'est safe. T'avais qu'à pas rester sur ton banc, connard. Oups. Pas lui. Où c'est lui?
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
Ok. Il s'en est quand même bien pris plein la gueule. Oh, Mr. Coastal.
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Call. Ah, c'est terminé. Bon. Héroïque. Ah ouais. Ah ouais. Eh ben on va s'arrêter là. On va s'arrêter là du coup. Ah, on va hésiter de se spoil. Hein. Oh, quoique, on s'en fout. Regardez la cinématique vite fait.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Ho, boom. Weapons company.
Sir. We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in!
Where's he going? Where's who going? The big cowboy. He's going in.
Who gave that order?
You did.
C'est Zinedine. A polite invitation. Ok. Eh ben on verra ça demain. Connard. Voilà. Regardons les statistiques, vite fait. J'ai fait 19 affaires sur 21. Ah, on est vraiment pas loin de la fin finalement. C'est pas mal. Allez, on va s'arrêter là pour Elle est noire.